black Carbothello pastel pencil and fill in both nostrils all the way. And then they have these little tails that they curve up a little bit, like this, that you should have in your outline. And then there's a line down the middle. There's a highlight that's kind of shaped like this on top of the nose, and then two highlights under the nose like this. And those are just areas that I find lighter, so I'm just taking note of those. And what we're gonna do to make this pop out is we're gonna make the edges darkest so that it gets lighter as it comes towards us. So all the edges are gonna be dark like this. And then for the rest of it, I'm gonna take a dark gray, maybe like a medium gray like this one that we have. This is 708. I'm gonna color in everything that's not black or a highlight. And just doing a circular motion. Okay, and then we will put a lighter gray like 722. Any light gray you want, really. Right here, actually, I changed my mind. I want the warmer gray. This is 704. And just cover up that other one. It's kind of like a triangle shape. And then under those two nostrils is also where it tends to be highlighted. And now, just because the nose is a bit darker than what we've made it seem like, I'm going to take the black and very, very lightly, a lot lighter than before, go over the other gray areas so that it's more of a dark gray. And now it looks like this. Just making sure the nostrils and whatnot are really dark. And then we can blend it for the first time. So this is blending stump. You're going to do circular motions again so that it doesn't look streaky, and just blend everything in. Try to keep your nostrils, dark still. So what you'll do is you'll blend it, but you don't want to go like this, right? You don't want to completely smudge out the nostrils, so just blend the nostrils and then blend everything else separately, I guess. And then if your shadows or your highlights disappear at all, that's okay. Just go over it again and put them in once more, and maybe blend more gently next time, I don't know. Okay, and so everything's a little bit more dull now, but we do have the general shape and highlights for a nose. I'm gonna go around and darken up the edges again, fill in the nostrils once more, down here. And then I'm also gonna do small circles like this, everywhere that's not a highlight or the darkest areas. Okay, and then more circles with our gray, which is 708 Carbothello, but you can use any medium gray that you want. Essentially, you just need black, medium gray, a light gray, and then white for the end to draw a nose. And then if you'd like to make it look shiny with, I don't know, some blue colors in it, you can add those as well. Instead of just white highlights, you can do blue as well. And this gray got a little bit too close to the edges for my liking, so I'm adding black back into it so that it fades into a really dark color around the sides. Okay, so then now that I don't want the detail to be completely blended out, so now I'm going to use a blending tool called Color Shaper and just lightly tap and make circles with this one. And this, it softens everything and makes it look more realistic usually, but it does not completely blend out the colors and smudge everything. What you're gonna wanna do is take this highlight that you've put here and kind of blend it into the nostril as if you can feel it actually, you know, going into the nostril, because it's gonna transition from this color to the darkness, so you wanna kind of feed it into the nostril to try to convince the person who's looking at this that that is actually a hole and not just a black spot. So let's add some more of our lighter gray and do it again. You can like feed it in. You can do this with a paper blending stump or your finger, but it might be more difficult that way because it's just kind of hard to control. And color shapers are really nice because you can get their plastic tips to be super thin. This one's not even the thinnest one. And you can get them larger too if you want. Just cleaning up the nostrils again. And the sides. And yeah, that's basically it for a nose. We just have to do the highlights now. Let's take a white. This is just in a pencil extender, but it is the Caran d'Ache Chinese white. So now I'm gonna make some highlights. Let's make a couple spots within this really bright highlight at the tip of the nose, and then it's really good to make the nostrils seem wet so that it looks realistic. And to do that, you're gonna put some white spots kind of make lines going away from the nostril like this. And then if you'd like, you can add some more around, you know, smaller ones. Just don't overdo it. Don't go too much into the shadows, but you can add a couple of them, you know, randomly like that. And then again, if there's any highlights that you want to stand out a little bit less, you can tap them with your finger or with a blending tool.